What is up, guys? So, something I get asked quite a lot from clients is how to eat out when you're trying to lose weight. So, how to manage that time out because it can be a bit stressful if you've got goals that you're trying to achieve. But my job is to make that as simple as possible and make it normal for everyone that I work with to go out for dinner and enjoy it. At the end of the day, food is a huge part of our day and overall happiness, and going out socializing, it's a big part of one, being happy, and two, our social health and seeing friends, and yeah, just overall it's a nice part of life. So here are my top tips to stay on track when eating out. So tip number one, work to the 80-20 approach. So by that I mean 80% of your week is filled with sort of good nutritious food that you've maybe cooked yourself, or good options that you bought from the shops, and then the other 20 is where you let your hair down and go out for a few drinks and go out for meals and enjoy something that is slightly different to what you might cook at home. Um, and having this approach rather than the going 100%, it's much more sustainable, and it's the way that I coach clients to have a sustainable nutrition plan and strategy that they can continue on in normal life. So it's making good choices the majority of the week, looking at your sort of calories as maybe a week, or if you want to split that 20% each day so that your 80% of your day is sort of filled with nutritious foods, 20% is made up of things that you class as a treat, so maybe that's chocolate for you or crisps, things like that. So it's having that balance there. Tip number two, so plan ahead. It just takes away some anxiety once you sit down at that table and you think, oh, I've got these goals I want to achieve and I'm just not sure which meal is going to get me there. Menus are pretty much anywhere that you go to eat, you can access the menu online or sort of on their apps, things like that. So just having a little look before you go, give yourself a few options that you think will be better choices, so that you get to that meal out and you have in your mind roughly what you're going to have. Tip number three, so reduce calorie intake throughout the day, or maybe that week leading up to a meal out if it's a slightly bigger one. So reducing calorie intake. Think of your calories as your calorie bank account. So you've got that across either each day or each week, and how you use them is entirely up to you. So sort of, I guess, cutting back a bit like you would with money, so budgeting to accommodate for like a nice holiday and things like that. Think of it in the same way. So reduce calories down slightly on that day that you're going out. So take a snack out, reduce the calories in a breakfast or your lunch before you go out for dinner. Have high protein options that will keep you feeling full before you go out for that meal, but you've not kind of consume too many calories before you go out. Tip number four, so remember there is always a better choice. So on a menu there is always a better choice in terms of what you could have as your meal. Think about lean proteins, so chicken dishes, fish, maybe even vegetarian options, which are pretty good these days. So always better options to choose. At the end of the day, enjoy your meal. Don't just skimp because you think it's going to be the best thing. If you want to go out and enjoy that experience, but just think there are better options to make. And as part of sort of working with me as your nutrition coach, send me the menu for where you're going and I'll put my suggestions forward to give you some options around what to choose, and it will hopefully help I guess click into place sort of when you go out for your next meal. You'll sort of slowly get to grips with how that could work. Tip number five, so share a starter or share a dessert. So if you're going out for a 3-course meal, that can be quite a lot of food and leave you feeling quite full. Splitting a starter or a dessert or both, it just means you've halved the calories on those 2 meals. You're still enjoying the experience, still trying lots of different foods, but you're splitting the calories. So that's a good way to save some calories but still enjoy that 3-course experience. Tip number 6, so drinks, again, another question I get asked quite a lot around alcohol and losing weight. So, alcohol does inhibit weight loss or fat loss, kind of directly and indirectly. So, when we consume a lot of alcohol, maybe kind of push it a little bit, it affects our choices we make in terms of food and what we want to get that hangover feeling gone. And it just puts the stoppers on fat loss a little bit. So maybe use the majority of your week as your non-drinking days, and then if weekends is where you tend to socialise more, use those as your drinking days. Good options are gin and tonic, so gin and slimline, prosecco, champagne, spirits with low calorie mixes. They're all good and lower calorie options. It's when you start consuming sort of a whole bottle of wine or 4 beers, that's when you start to get to sort of 750 to 800 calories just from drinks alone. So just something to bear in mind. Tip number 7, at the end of the day, don't stress. So go out and enjoy it. It's what I instill in clients, to go out and enjoy and make food something that they get enjoyment from, because it is, like I said, a huge part of our days. We need it to survive, but we also want to get enjoyment from it. So choose ahead what you're going to have, give yourself some nice options, share starters or desserts with whoever you're going out for a meal with, and you can still enjoy that full experience and make the most of your meal out. So hopefully that helps. Any questions, give me a shout, but I will catch up with you soon.